what is potential energy and how exactly to visualize it? See, up to class 9th or let's say 10th, if I ask you what is potential energy, then you'll say it's simply mgh, but actually that is just gravitational potential energy. But by the end of class 12th, you are going to know about many other different forms of potential energy, like electrostatic potential energy, magnetic field energy, elastic potential energy, nuclear energy, and many other examples are there. So understanding these potential energies, that is one thing, but the question is there any connection between them, and how exactly to visualize the physical meaning of potential energy? You choose any type of potential energy, and there is one thing which is common among all of these, any potential energy. So किसी भी बॉडी या पार्टिकल को या किसी सिस्टम को पोटेंशियल एनर्जी कब मिलती है? सो द रिक्वायरमेंट इज वेरी सिंपल, दैट पर्टिकुलर बॉडी शुड एग्जिस्ट इन सम एक्सटर्नल फोर्स फील्ड. उस फोर्स फील्ड में वो इंटरेक्ट करेगा, देन इट इज गोइंग टू हैव अ energy which is actually called interactional energy, which is actually a potential energy. So there are many examples. Let me discuss one by one. So first example is, you take any projectile or a planet which is actually moving in the gravitational field of other celestial body. So एक particle दूसरे के field में है, and these two bodies are interacting via the gravitational field between them. So field में होना, it is actually giving a potential energy to the body as well as the system. Second example, imagine a charged particle, it is moving in some external electrostatic field. अब charge का अपना field भी होता है, and then it is going to interact with the pre-existing field. So this interaction is generating a kind of potential energy. Basically, particle is going to have a potential energy which is called electrostatic potential energy because of that interaction. Third example, you take any two bar magnets or two current carrying coils or current carrying wires, just place them together. Now एक का magnetic field दूसरे के magnetic field से interact करेगा, so the system is going to have a potential energy that is called magnetic potential energy. So field की presence is required. Another example, imagine a charged particle moving in some external magnetic field, uniform or non-uniform. Now अब बोलोगे पार्टिकल यहाँ पे मैग्नेटिक फील्ड की प्रेजेंस में है तो इसके पास भी कोई पोटेंशियल होना चाहिए. तो द आंसर इज यस और नो, बोथ. व्हाई नो? सी, magnetic field lines or magnetic field is not going to do any work over the charged particle. So technically there is no scalar potential energy associated with the field. Okay, but in your higher education, your higher classes, you'll learn one thing. In this case, just because of the presence of field, I mean that particle is present in the field, so it has a potential which is actually called magnetic potential. It's not a scalar quantity, it's a vector quantity, but abhi ke liye, I mean it's beyond the scope of your syllabus. Next example is elastic potential energy. See, if you take any elastic body, or let's suppose a spring, and you are deforming it, it will hold some energy that is called elastic potential energy. इसको अगर आप microscopic level पे study करोगे, so what you'll observe, you're actually while deforming, you're actually causing changes at the molecular level. You are actually changing the separation between them, twisting and deforming it, right? So deep down, elastic potential energy is nothing just a interaction between the molecule. अब यहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक नहीं बोलूंगा, ना ही मैग्नेटिक. इट्स बेटर टू से इट एज इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक इंट्रैक्शन दैट इज जनरेटिंग दिस इलास्टिक पोटेंशियल एनर्जी. Further, if you want to dive a little bit deeper, so there are other factors also, like electronic clouds are there, they're repelling each other, Pauli exclusion principle is there, and several quantum effects are there, but that is beyond this topic. Next example, surface tension. So at the surface of any free liquid surface, all the molecules are interacting with each other. So again, because of that intermolecular interaction, the surface is behaving as a stretched membrane, and that surface is holding an energy which is called surface energy. So ultimately it is arising because of intermolecular interactions, van der Waals forces. And if you have that ionic molecules, then they're going to have some electromagnetic interactions also. Next example, take a charged particle and it is existing in a gravitational field of other body. अब आपने charged particle लिया है तो massless तो नहीं ले सकता particle में. But just imagine this situation: charged particle has electric field and it is present in the gravitational field of a bigger body or some other body. अब ये दोनों फील्ड में तो कोई इंट्रैक्शन नहीं है, right? Just because particle is present in some another kind of field but there is no interaction, so in such cases the particle is not going to have any type of potential energy. हाँ, अगर particle gravitationally interact कर रहा है with another body, then it is going to have gravitational potential energy. But for this case, electric field and gravitational field का interaction, it is not going to generate any kind of potential. At least in classical physics में तो नहीं, but in relativistic level पे if you are going, there is some kind of interaction between electromagnetic and gravitational force, but that is totally a very higher level problem. So ultimately what we understood, किसी particle के पास अगर potential energy है तो it is arising because it is present in some external force field where it is interacting. और अगर मैं दो या दो ज़्यादा बॉडीज की बात करूं तो if they have some potential energy for that system, that means they are interacting via some kind of field. तो ये फील्ड का प्रेजेंस विच इज एक्चुअली अ फोर्स फील्ड, और उस फोर्स फील्ड में उनका इंट्रैक्शन, दिस इज समथिंग which is generating the concept of potential energy. Now finally, two interesting points. So point number one, if you are discussing any type of potential energy because of this field interaction, तो ये इंट्रैक्शन में जो फोर्स यूज हो रहा है ना, फोर्स फील्ड का फोर्स, इट हैज टू बी कंजर्वेटिव, क्योंकि कंजर्वेटिव फोर्सेस के लिए ही आप पोटेंशियल एनर्जी को डिफाइन कर सकते हो. फॉर नॉन कंजर्वेटिव यू कैन नॉट डिफाइन एनी पोटेंशियल और पोटेंशियल एनर्जी. सेकेंड पॉइंट इज, पोटेंशियल एनर्जी को बेटा यू कैन इमेजिन एज अ स्टोर्ड और पैक्ड फॉर्म ऑफ एनर्जी. जैसे कि एक सेल के पास, एक सेल और बैटरी के पास केमिकल एनर्जी के फॉर्म में एनर्जी होती है, लेटर ऑन यू कैन यूज इट इनटू करंट एनर्जी, राइट? सो इन द सेम वे आप एक सेल इमेजिन करो जिसके अंदर पोटेंशियल एनर्जी फील्ड है, एंड यू कैन यूज इट और यू कैन एक्चुअली कन्वर्ट इट इनटू अनदर फॉर्म्स ऑफ एनर्जी, जैसे काइनेटिक एनर्जी, और हीट लॉसेस भी होंगे वहाँ पे, एंड साउंड एनर्जी, थर्मल एनर्जी, and even you can convert one form of potential energy into another form of potential energy also.